So what do I have more of, money or time? I knew that I had more time. And so that's when I said, okay, with my time, I can put out value. I can put out content that I know of, that I'm an expert in.
You were doing cold calling. You were really having a lot of success at that. But the next thing you're looking for is, okay, I got to find another avenue to reach customers. What is that going to look like? Well, now your avenue is social media. Was there anything in particular? Like, did you have like an aha moment or anything where like social media is the way versus saying, I'm going to start doing mailers or I'm going to start, the old school way of marketing? Was there something about that in particular other than you just knew, people were there or?
Well, I thought of it like this. What do I have more of, time or money? And so mailers cost money. Posting advertisements online or buying leads from Zillow, all of that costs money.
Yes.
So what do I have more of, money or time? I knew that I had more time. And so that's when I said, okay, I feel that with my time, I can put out value. I can put out content that I know of, that I'm an expert in.
Right.
Put that out there. And let's just see what it does. And so that's what I did. It's funny because like, Mike, I did not have this glamorous studio. Like I did not have anything like this. I had a spare bedroom. The bed was in the middle of
Nobody's
the
ever
room.
described the studio as glamorous, by the way, but thank you.
It's very nice. I like it.
Thank you.
I had a spare bedroom and I never let anybody see like bed, the dresser, the TV.
Certain angle, like corner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I like totally like cornered. I'm like, like don't look behind me.
Uh-huh.
I had a desk and I had like all of these like Millionaire Real Estate, Shift, like all these books that my camera stood on top of. Like I didn't have like the nice little tripods like we have today. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I used. And I just positioned myself in a corner so that you couldn't see anything. It was just a white wall. And I just went to work.
Started talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recording videos.
What kind of stuff did you start with? Like, where did you feel like in your mind that you're like, all right, did you start with videos? Did you start with pictures? Did you start with, how did you come up with your a plan of attack? And I love if the answer is, I had no idea what I was doing. I just turned the camera around and started talking. I think that's awesome too, because that's sometimes how you learn. So did you have a strategy or did you?
I was already posting standard posts.
Okay.
With photos and
closing,
like stories.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, what can I do that is going to make people stop the scroll? Now, it wasn't called stop the scroll back then.
Right.
Now that's like a term that everybody uses. Just really dove into video. That was really where I wanted to start.
Did you understand how impactful video was at the time? I'm sure you know now, obviously, because you do it. But at that time, did you realize that it would be, because, there's a hierarchy of communication, right? Mm-hmm. There is like the lowest form of communication in my mind is like email. It comes across, people will see it, but the engagement or whatever, it's got low impact. I still think it has its place, but it's just not. Then you have text messaging, right? Text messaging is great. Sending someone a message is fine. They'll communicate, but it doesn't carry tone. Things get lost in translation all the time. Like it's got issues of itself. Then I would say like a phone call, right? Pick up the phone, talk to somebody, you get their voice, you hear their voice. It's a communication level there. I would say the highest level, what you and I are doing right now,
right?
Sitting face to face and having a conversation, being able to see body language and talk. But I would say right under that would be video.
I agree.
That's not a secret anymore. Everybody kind of knows that that's what it is. But I wouldn't say when you started that was as prevalent as like, oh, video is the answer. So was that just something you felt, or did you have some idea of you thought that was the best way to do it?
I probably didn't know that video was going to be what it is today. I also had all of the time. Why not just explore? Why not see what works?
Tinker a little bit.
Stay? I felt that if I were to just mix in a new medium, let's just see what that does.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And I created videos on standard real estate things, the basics.
Right.
And that way I could educate and just put something out there and then see what kind of response I got back.
Okay.
Then that just continued to grow.